Hola! I don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to greet you guys because I have yet to come up with what kind of intro I want for this flipping channel. But hello, hi, yo, greetings. So if you did not know, based off of the title and based off of what my main channel says, this is part 2 of some tips for incoming freshmen. So hopefully you guys will feel a lot more comfortable coming into your freshman year, because I want to make sure it's as easy for you as possible and you get to know more things. And if you did not watch part 1, I'll have the link in the description. Let me also just state, I am going to be entering my senior year, and since I had such a horrible freshman year, I'm trying to give you guys advice so you guys will have a lot better of a time than I did. I had 1,000,001 different things going on, so it's not exactly just things that these tips could have fixed, but I think these will definitely help you guys feel a lot more comfortable and enter high school, because high school is not as scary as people try to make it seem. If I can survive, then I know damn well that you guys can survive. I'm going to show you guys how to open your lock. Hopefully you have a lock like mine. If you do not, I don't know how to open it. I've only ever had this kind of lock. Before I entered high school, I had never, ever, ever had a lock before. My school, we had lockers, but there were no locks allowed, so everyone could just open. So I received this. They showed us how to at orientation, freshman orientation, which they don't do anymore, which is weird. They don't show anyone how to open their locks, but I want to make sure you guys know how to open locks like these. So I'll show you guys that at the end. My first advice for you guys is to have fun. Have fun. It's not supposed to be the stressful thing. No one's trying to make sure you have the worst high school experience possible. So have fun. Relax a bit. Don't let everything stress you out. If you have free time, make it fun. Make it free time. Don't try to make yourself busy, and just make sure that you're not stressing yourself out about 1,000,000 different things that are not necessary. Yes, do your homework. Yes, get help if needed. But if you have free time, allow yourself to relax for a bit. There's a reason you're at school for about 8 hours, and then you have some after-school activities, maybe a sport. Don't try to make it a 24-hour school day. Okay, so I said this, I believe, on my other channel, but I want to make sure I stress this. Don't do too much, and don't do too little. Don't be those kids that just don't do anything their entire school year. I cannot stand those kids. Not their personalities, but I just can't stand that attitude. They just don't do anything. They don't volunteer. They don't do anything. Literally, no art, no performing arts, no sports, just there. I know school isn't supposed to be a time for you to just only focus on sports and stuff, but make sure you're doing other things as well. You can help out and volunteer for things. You can join a sport, join a club, do something else. Stay busy, but not too busy. However, do not sign up for 5 clubs and 2 sports. Do as much as you can handle with a little bit more breathing room. So, if you can handle at most 6 clubs, do not sign up for 6 clubs. Sign up for 4. Just do less, but do enough, if that makes sense. Basically, don't just sit there and don't do anything for your 4 years in high school, but don't do too much where you're constantly busy and you never have a chance to relax. That's important. Relaxation. My next advice for you guys is do not try to fit in. I cannot stand when people try to fit in. And it's not just because it's one of my pet peeves. It's because we don't need another Sally from across the street. We don't need another fucking, I don't know, Toby from next door. We don't need another freaking Sam in your class. We need you. You may have similar interests as a person. You may have similar things that you guys like. Hobbies that you all enjoy, friends that you like to be around, but that doesn't mean transform yourself from who you are into them. Just be yourself. Do not try to fit in. If you feel like you do not belong, don't try to make yourself into someone you're not, just to feel like you belong, because then you're not you. And what's worse than feeling alone? Feeling like you're being restricted to being someone else. Just be yourself. Do not try to fit in. I cannot stress this enough. You don't need to be someone else. If people don't like you for who you are, if you are around friends and they do not like you for who you are and want you to be somebody else, then those are not friends. Simple as that. Your family should accept you for who you are. Your friends should accept you for who you are. Otherwise, they do not love you. It's simple as that. You are who you are. You can make any decisions you want in this world. Every decision will come through your mind, and you will be the only one who has the final say in it. No one can force you to do something. It's all based off of what you think, what you say. So do not pretend to be somebody else, because who you are is important, who you are matters, who you are is awesome. So do not try to be Sally. We don't need Sally. We don't want Sally. Everyone is different. No two people are alike. So be yourself and allow that difference to shine, basically. Cheers. My next thing is to be kind. I don't like when freshmen come into school and they are just rude and they think they own the entire school. Be kind to everyone, along with upperclassmen. I cannot stand, I heard so many sophomores, I hate sophomores. Not all of them, just the dicks. I cannot stand when people, especially upperclassmen, as I said, are just like, I hate freshmen, I hate seniors. Why do you hate a certain class if you don't even know the entire class? Just be kind to people, be respectful to everyone, including your teachers. I think that's self-explanatory. Be kind. Something you learned when you were younger. Bring that concept with you in high school. Use your manners, also. I cannot stand the amount of teenagers that do not use their manners in school. Open your goddamn mouth and say thank you, if needed. Open your goddamn mouth and say please and thank you. Basically, manners are something important. You learned them when you were younger, and use them now that you are older. You learned them for a reason. You don't just throw the concepts into the fucking ground. You still gotta use them. I'm getting, worked up about this. Yeah. The next thing is to be organized. You don't have to be extremely organized and know where exactly everything is. And, oh, you want a pen? Bam! But you don't want to come to school with this blob of mess, this entire mess, and just be like, oh, you want your homework? Let me just find it in this folder where I keep all my things. Don't have, one folder that has every single subject in it. If it works for you, then I guess. Do not have one notebook that is for the entire, every single class. Get a notebook for every class. It doesn't, I know you're gonna waste some paper. Reuse that damn notebook then. But do not, listen to me, do not just have, one folder and one notebook and expect to survive through high school. What if a teacher wants to check in that homework and decides, oh, let me hold on to that notebook for the next week or so? And you know how some teachers can be slow as fuck grading papers and stuff. You kind of need that notebook, most likely. So now what the fuck are you supposed to do? When you could have just had that one for that one subject, so it wouldn't matter. And next advice is to be responsible. Be responsible in the decisions you make. And be responsible. You're not 5 anymore. Don't come to school with that, my mother made me. You are becoming an adult. Start acting like one. It's not to transition you into an adult, so when you turn 17, all of a sudden everything clicks. It's for you to start becoming an adult as you go, so by the time you're 18, you're already used to everything. You just have small, subtle changes to make. Be responsible for your things. Make sure you hold on to things. Don't lose your wallets. Too often people lose their wallets, their phones, their keys. If you're going to lose that stuff, don't bring it. Simple as that. Next thing is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of what others are going to think about you. Don't be afraid to enter high school. High school is a place of kids that are just, if anything, 3 years older than you. Were you scared when you were a 4th grader of 8th graders? Because I sure as hell wasn't. If you were, they're just humans. Hopefully you don't have a freshman kill day. My school doesn't have it. You shouldn't be afraid of anything. High school is full of a bunch of dumbasses for the most part. It's full of kids trying to figure out who the fuck they are, and sometimes get lost in shit that's not even necessary, and shit that is irrelevant to what they're there for. And they get distracted, and bam, now they're going on the wrong path and shit, and they're making fun of other people, or they're just doing shit they shouldn't be doing. Don't be afraid. There is no reason to be afraid of people that, if anything, I should be afraid because I'm 5 feet and everyone else is 6 feet, but don't be afraid. There's no reason to be afraid, trust me. What's the worst thing they can do to you? If people are physically hurting you, then I've never seen that happen, but if they are, then beat their ass up. No, report them. Just do not be afraid. These are kids still. Remember, majority of the people, about 90%, 99, 98, 97, 95, 96, I don't know, are under the age of 18. They're all just kids. So what the fuck is a kid gonna do to you? Don't be afraid to enter high school. There isn't anything to be afraid of. And if they actually sit back and have time to judge you or anything that you're afraid of, that upperclassmen actually have time to do that shit, then something's wrong with them. They're not doing their homework or something. They're not. They're busy avoiding something else and they're trying to make up for the lost time. That's all. Ignore those people. You're just haters. My next advice for you is to remember that you can do anything. You can do anything. There isn't a limit to what you can do. No one's going to really hold you back. If anything, it's going to be your friends. It's going to be your parents. Maybe it's your teachers. Hopefully not, though. Don't let anyone hold you back. You can do anything, and it's all up to you, for you to decide. No one makes the final decision but you. It doesn't matter. My parents told me not to stretch my ears. My parents said, no, stop it. Does it look like I'm listening? You can choose to listen or do what you want to do. Now, I'm not saying things like drugs and shit. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm saying things like if you want to achieve something, don't let others hold you back. If you believe it's the right path, then just do it. As Shia LaBeouf said,
do it! Just do it!
Seriously, you can do anything. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. As long as you work your ass off for it, you can achieve anything. You can do anything. No one's going to stop you. Like, if I came to school and I said the only reason why I didn't achieve anything, the only reason why I didn't become the doctor that I wanted to be when I was younger, the therapist I think I wanted to be when I was younger, is because my mother told me I couldn't. That's an excuse. That's what that is. That's an excuse. Because she didn't decide for me to stop working my ass off for it. That was my choice. I could have continued. So, don't make excuses. You can do anything. Just remember that. What is this? Next device is high school goes by very quickly. 11 years at my elementary school, that was the slowest shit in the world. And now high school, it's just like bam, 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 and now I'm a senior. Make the most out of everything. Don't fall into a trap where you think that you have so much time, because the more you hold back things, the longer you wait, the worse it's going to be, the less opportunities you're going to have, the more stress you're going to have at that point. If you just work your ass off from the beginning, then it gets easier as you progress through high school. That's coming from the lazy-ass motherfucker that hasn't done their homework. You can't tell I'm tired. I went to sleep at 5 a.m., woke up at 7, so yeah. The thing is, don't doubt your potential. You can do anything, as I just said, but do not doubt yourself. If you think that maybe, possibly, even the slightest bit of you thinks, I can do something, then just try it. The worst thing you can do is fail, and who the fuck cares? If you fail, so what? At least you tried. Just don't doubt yourself. You'd be surprised with the things you can do, the things you'll learn about yourself. Just don't be doubting yourself. Seriously, don't doubt yourself. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me anymore. I'm like halfway thinking. I'm kind of just saying things. I'm not exactly thinking, so if I say the wrong things, I am so sorry. Next thing is be wise with your money. Especially when you're going to get lunch. Don't spend fucking $20 on lunch. It's already bad enough at my school. $10 will maybe get you like 2 things. But I feel the need to buy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Just get something to settle yourself for the day. Maybe just a sandwich and something to drink. Don't go, I'll take 5 sandwiches, 2 drinks, because I might get hungry later. What the fuck? Hold on to your money, and make sure you always have some for like other events, other activities. Maybe you're doing stuff after school, maybe you're in a sport. You're gonna need that money eventually, because schools don't have a problem begging you for money. Well, not even begging, asking you for money. We need a donation of $100, so be wise with your money. Don't spend everything. Don't be like me when I got my first check. My first check, I received $350, I believe. And what did I do? I went to Hot Topic, and I spent $200 of it there. And then I had like $150 left, so I was just like, oh geez, oops. But then I went and spent the rest of it at Spencer's. Do not spend all your money within one day like I did. Hold on to your money, save up a little bit. What I do now is, when I get my check, I split it in half, and I give half of it to just saving it. So I have some, but I keep it a secret from myself. I put it in a totally different wallet. And I try to always move it around so it's not in the same spot, so I'm sitting there like, temptation! But that way I'm not spending my entire check. I have still half of it. So this year I received $400 from my check, so I had $200 in that wallet, except I had a little bit more in there because I wanted to make sure I had more saved than I had to spend. And I could do whatever the fuck I wanted with that other half. So, try to save up. Maybe you want a car. Save up for a car. Maybe you just save up. You never know when. It's better to have money just in case than to not have the money and then something pops up and then you're just like, damn it, I don't have money. But it's me all the time. My next thing, I've never ran into this problem, but There are too many dumbasses that do. Be smart. Make smart decisions. If you're going to a party, be aware of your surroundings. If you're going to hang out with your friends, be aware of your surroundings. Just in case someone decides, oh, let me bring a fucking weapon, or just in case someone decides, you want to smoke? Be wise. Don't sit here. School is where you're supposed to learn. So don't be an idiot, basically. If you want to smoke, get the fuck out of the school. Wait until school is over and go smoke. I'm not saying you should smoke. You obviously should not. However, don't sit here and ruin things for other kids who are innocent and now have to suffer because there are going to be new rules and stuff because your dumbass decided to smoke in school. Don't take advantage of the time you have in school and decide, oh, it's time for me to sell my drugs. What the fuck do you think you're in school for? To sell drugs or to learn? It's as simple as that. So just be careful. Make smart decisions. You know what the fuck is right and what is wrong. Don't let peer pressure, just attack you. In reality, okay, if you go shoot up a fucking school, and this is a horrible example, but if you go shoot up a school, and a police officer asks you why you did it, are you gonna sit there and say, my friend told me I should? Because that's pathetic. You're getting your ass arrested either way. Take responsibility for your actions. You did it, you fucked up, this is your problem. Do not let your friends get you in shitty situations that you will get in trouble for, that you won't be able to get yourself out of, that will ruin your chances of anything, that will ruin your reputation. Do not get involved with that shit. You're at school to learn, to have fun, but not that kind of fun. Stay focused. Stay focused. Stay focused. The next thing is something I saw all of last year. Mainly something I saw from 2 freshmen, but shh. Do not rush into relationships. It's freshman year. The last thing you need to worry about is what boyfriend you're gonna get or what girlfriend you're gonna get. Freshman year. Get your ass comfortable. Worry about school. Not, oh, should I date Sally or Susie? Should I date John or Sam? You know, homecoming is coming up in 1 week. It's the first day of school. I need to hurry up and get a boyfriend. No! Don't rush into relationships. At least get to know a motherfucker before you date them. Do not rush. Do not rush. Do not rush. Do I have to say this again? Do not rush into relationships. It's not that serious. You are at school to learn. How many times do I have to say this? This isn't a fucking fashion show. This isn't any of that shit. Don't rush into relationships. It's not necessary to have a relationship. I'll have you know that I have never dated a person until junior year, second semester. So, you can go to homecoming with your friends. You can go to homecoming alone. Nobody cares. No one's gonna sit there and be like, ha ha, she's with her friends having a good time of her life, and I'm with my miserable boyfriend. Do you not want to experience love, or do you just want to feel like somebody's tool? Do you want to feel used, or do you want to feel loved? Do not rush into relationships. You rush, you're gonna most likely feel used. That's short-term shit. It's not gonna help you. If you wait, and you are very patient, and you let things kind of just happen, and wait for the right person, then you will feel loved. The final thing is supplies, school supplies. In elementary school, what did they ask for? We want you to get a 24 set of markers. They want you to make sure that you get 12 boxes of tissue, some paper towel, some snacks. Make sure you bring some tape that will only be used for us. Make sure you get us some staplers. And we want some colored pencils as well. 12 boxes of crayons, 8 binders, 12 dividers. All that shit is not necessary for high school. I don't know what the fuck is up with elementary schools, but they basically want you to buy majority of the school supplies for the teachers. More often than not, when I say teachers, I mean classroom shit that the teachers should probably buy if it's that important, or the students should provide for themselves instead of providing for the classroom. If I'm never going to use a fucking box of tissues, then why am I buying 12 boxes? You don't need to go buy 12 boxes of tissues and all that shit. You don't need all of that. You can be kind and get it for a teacher, yeah, go ahead. Just don't buy 12 boxes of crayons and shit that you will not need. Don't. Okay, so some people like locker organizers and shit. You might want to wait until you see your locker before you get that shit, because, oh, look it, I have all this stuff in my locker's too small. Like in one high school, they had the smallest lockers I have ever seen in my entire life, and they were half my size. So what the fuck are you gonna fit in there? So don't buy things that aren't necessary. At my school, you wait until the first day of school. Well, you can't bring like a notebook and shit. Oh, I remember now. Okay, so I was talking about supplies. Do not go out and buy a million, trillion, gazillion, flabillion. I don't even know what other fucking letters to add in front of it to prove my point. How many supplies people get. Do not buy 1,000,001 supplies that you will not need. You most likely will not need a fucking stapler. You can have one if you want one, but more likely than not, you won't need one. This isn't 3rd grade and 4th grade, 5th grade, and all those other years that they were asking for 1,001 supplies. Just get what's needed. Then you can focus on the extras. So, if they say notebooks, get the damn notebooks. Don't go get some fucking pretty pens and gel pens and shit you won't need. In reality, I believe the first day of school, all you really need is a couple of notebooks, well, or loose leaf paper, because you won't be doing much on the first day of school, more likely than not. Your textbooks to maybe put in your locker, pens, pencils, pencil sharpener. Please bring your own shit. Do not always be those kids that always ask for, can I have a pen? Buy a damn pen, okay? That's really annoying. And I hate to be a teacher that's sitting up there and just like, okay guys, today we're gonna do this. Write down these notes, and I see a motherfucker not writing, and I'm just like, why aren't you writing down? Oh, I don't have a pen. Well, motherfucker, go buy a pen. You can go to the bookstore and get some damn pens. It is inexcusable why you can't have a pen and a pencil. And both. Yes, not one or the other. Get both. Especially, I am a very, very, very strong believer in pens. I do not like pencils. They smear, they're disgusting, and I hate them. But am I gonna walk into school without a fucking pencil? No, especially because I take art. It's stupid. You gotta have both. What if you want to erase something? Does it look like a teacher wants to correct your shit with this written all over it? Get some white out, damn it. I'm gonna rant. Wait until they give you a supply list. And make sure you bring your textbooks too if you want. Just throw them in your locker so you always have them at school. However, if you need them for an assignment, don't forget to bring them back home. For me, more often than not, I don't need my textbooks at school. And if I do, I'm just like, too bad, because I keep them at home. I'm not a believer in bringing them back and forth. However, if you need them at school just as much as you need them at home, then bring it. It is unnecessary why you can't have the shit that you have been given and provided with, not with you. Also, be responsible. Again, if they give you a psychology book, then you return that psychology book. Unless, like, somehow you, like, buy the books or something. I don't know. Return what you were given to loan. This shit isn't given for free. This isn't a donation to you. Why would you even want the book in your house after school ends? Take care of your shit. Make sure you know where everything is. If your room is as messy as mine is, then make sure you have it in the same location every time. Don't lose books. God damn it. I'm gonna... Oh! I can't take myself seriously. I don't think I've ever not turned back in a book. I've always turned in my books, and that's with my room, the messiest motherfucking... Like, I don't even know what the hell this is. This looks like hell. It's horrible. My room isn't... I have to go through an obstacle course to get out of my room. It's that bad. However, have I lost my books? No! No, I haven't. So if I haven't lost my books, there isn't a reason why you should be losing your books. Please get a pencil sharpener. I highly recommend it. I mean, not the stupid ones that just let the shit fall everywhere, but, you know, the ones that you can just sharpen and then you dump out the thing later. Because, number one, if I'm a teacher, and I'm walking around after I'm done with my class, and I see that you left that shit, I will find your ass, get your ass back here, and you will clean up that shit. Because I'm not cleaning up a mess that is not mine. Oh, God. I think I'm turning very ghetto on this. Oh, jeez, my parents would be so proud of me. Seriously, though. Keep your shit. Stay responsible. Stay organized. I don't care what you have to do to stay organized. But if I were a teacher, and you showed up to my class, and you said, I don't have my book for the 10th time in a row, I would find a book and slap you in the face with the book. I have anger issues. This is why I wouldn't be a teacher. This is why I wouldn't be anything. And now I'm going to show you guys how to open your locks. Seriously, I'm going to show you guys how to open your locks, because before I went to high school, I didn't know how it was done, and I had so many freshmen come to me last year as a junior asking me to open their locker. So, I just want to make sure that anybody watching this can see how it's done. For the most part. I think majority of locks are like this. So, give me 1 second. I have to change the camera view. It's ridiculous how messy just this little shot is. But, see, I have my lock right here. I also have a cord right here. Don't pay attention to that. And the first lock I was given was actually my birthday of that year, so that was easy, but it didn't close. So I was given this lock right here. So if somebody's been messing with your lock, so let's say somebody was trying to, they thought this was their lock, and they were trying to, open it, and they went like that, and they went like this, and they were like, oh, it doesn't open. What you can do is you could turn, this is what I just do every time. I turn this, I think 3 times resets it, but I just do it constantly until I feel like it's enough. That way it's completely reset. Get off the 15. So then, what you're going to do is you're going to turn it to your right until you get to your number. My first number is 15. So you're going to turn it and then get to that number, the first number, of course. Then you're going to turn it to your left, past the number that was your first number. So for me it was 15. I'm going to go to my next number, which is 20. And now for the last number, you turn to your right again. This time you don't have to pass the number, you just turn right to it, which is mine, being 10. And bam, lock's open. Hopefully that made sense, so I'll do it again. So, just pretend somebody was messing with it. You get to your lock, turn it a couple of times to reset it. Then you go to your first number by turning to your right. So the numbers are going in a clockwise direction. So the numbers are going clockwise. You get to your first number. Turn it counterclockwise, to your left. Past that first number, get to your second number. And then just turn straight to your next number by going clockwise again. Bam. Easy peasy. So yeah, I think I hit all my points. If I didn't, if you have any more questions, you can just let me know in the comment section, message me, fucking tweet me on Twitter. I don't care. I just want to make sure that this is helpful. I just want to make sure that this is helpful for you guys, because obviously it's not going to help me in any way because I'm way past my freshman year. But I want to make sure I help you guys out so you guys know what to expect, and so you guys feel a little bit more comfortable entering your first year in high school. Thank you guys for watching. Good luck with your freshman year. I'm sure you'll do fine. There isn't anything wrong with high school. I'm sure you'll do fine. You'll survive. If I made it, you can make it. So, thank you guys for watching. Stay cool, stay awesome, and don't forget to smile.